So good old Xbox is back in the news again. And I know it's going to be shocking to some people, but it's related to hardware pricing. Again. It's Sunday, so let's get sensational. I'm Mike, and I'm back to talk about the gaming news. And it's true that the Xbox is in the news again, and yes, it's related to the hardware pricing. So there's a new rumor that Microsoft may be doing another hardware price increase. Moore's Law is Dead is reporting that the Xbox may go up in price, but this time is not related to tariffs, it's related to DRAM. So the price of DRAM contracts has reportedly gone up 170% year over year because of a contract that was signed with OpenAI that basically gave them half of the world's RAM production for their data centers. According to Moore's Law is Dead, Microsoft didn't account for this, so there's a good chance that the price of the Xbox may increase again as a result. Moore's Law is also claiming that this won't affect PlayStation because they did plan for the price increase and stocked up on DRAM for the PS5 while the prices were still cheap. Of course, this is a rumor, but yeah, the RAM prices are going up and it has been affecting everyone, so I wouldn't be surprised if this does end up happening. But also, the price of the Xbox is already insane right now. So if they do another increase, I don't know who they're realistically expecting to buy an Xbox at this point. I mean, if they do plan to do another increase, they might as well just throw the rest of this generation out and get a jump start on the next generation PC. I mean console. And speaking of Xbox branded PCs, they recently released the ROG Xbox Ally, which is still a terrible name by the way, with ASUS, and apparently despite its high price is doing better than expected. So ASUS reported at an investor call that the demand for the Xbox Ally, specifically the $1,000 Xbox Ally X, has been way higher than they expected and the supply is short. So they'll be ramping up production for the Ally X. They didn't mention anything about the regular Xbox Ally, but it didn't really seem like a great value for the price, so it makes sense that the X would do better, even with it being quite a bit more expensive. But the good thing is you don't have to have an Xbox Ally to get the new full-screen Windows experience, as Microsoft has officially made it available for other handhelds. And this makes a lot of sense, especially with Valve announcing their new Steam machine last week and a slew of new products with SteamOS. Microsoft is still behind when it comes to making a console-friendly OS, so having it on more devices can help them improve it. I plan on trying it on either my Ally or my GPD Win 3 because I still have that for some reason. Either way, I'm excited to give it a try. If you tried it, let me know down below in the comments. Alright, it's that time of the week again where we talk about layoffs, and this time it's from Avalanche. So Avalanche is probably best known for the Just Cause series, but most recently they were working on the Xbox exclusive Contraband, which was ultimately canceled by Microsoft during their mass layoffs and game cancellations earlier this year. So as a result of the cancellation, Avalanche has closed their Liverpool studio and let the 31 employees go that worked there. Avalanche put out a statement basically saying they're focused on supporting the people they're letting go and continuing to make great games. So yeah, the situation is unfortunate. It seems like it's just the knock-on effect from all those Microsoft cancellations earlier this year. It's still having effects on other studios even months later. Alright, with that behind us, let's shift gears back to PC. But this time we're talking about Sony and their presence on PC. So as most people probably know, Sony has been putting a lot of their games on PC this generation and basically treating their first party releases as more timed exclusives for their console before they inevitably wind up on PC. But it's rumored that while it has been successful for them, they could be slowing down on their PC releases. So Alinea Analytics are reporting, based on their research, that Sony most likely has made over $1 billion from their PC releases, and that's after paying Valve their 30% cut for having their games hosted on Steam. So obviously this is great for Sony because they can basically make their money from PlayStation customers and then release the game on PC and get renewed interest. But the reasons given in the GameSpot article as to why they may slow down on their PC releases is because, for one, all of their major franchises are on PC, so the excitement around their PC releases will likely wane. And two, there's Valve announcing the Steam machine, which will give people a way to play PlayStation games on their TV and a console-like experience. And then of course, Xbox is rumored to be doing the same type of console in a couple of years. But that is interesting to think about because having a user-friendly console-like device that connects to a TV and can now play PlayStation games would change the dynamic of owning a PlayStation, even though given the specs of the Steam machines, the games would probably still run better on a PS5. Either way, Sony has never really committed to specific timeframes on when they'll release games on PC, so if they decided to stop doing it, it's not like they made a promise to PC players that they're always going to put their games on PC. We also don't know what the price of the Steam machine or the next-gen Xbox is yet, and Valve basically said it's going to be priced as a PC and not as a console, meaning it'll most likely still be more expensive than a PS5. So I could see Sony being worried about the Steam machine and the next Xbox, but they're probably not going to be direct competitors either way, so I don't think that their PC input's going to slow down for now, but I feel like they're probably keeping an eye on it. But then again, Sony can be very petty, as they demonstrated recently with some modders who tried to revive the game Concord. In fact, that's what we're talking about today. In a final story. So if you're not familiar, Concord was a multiplayer game that Sony released in 2024 that didn't do super well, at least compared to their expectations, so they shut it down in like 2 weeks. But recently there's been a fan project to try to get Concord running on custom servers, which was successful. The modders posted videos on YouTube showing the game running on custom servers, which were hit with copyright claims and takedown requests by Sony. As of right now, Sony hasn't gone after the mods or the modders directly, but I guess they don't want videos out promoting it. Now I'm not sure if it's because Sony's planning on using the IP again at some point, but I mean in reality, them doing the copyright claims is only bringing more attention to the fan-made project anyway, because personally, I didn't even know this was happening until this story came out. For now, the modders have paused allowing new people to join the custom server because obviously they're afraid of Sony going after them. But yeah, it's kind of a weird move by Sony considering that they're not doing anything with the game or the IP. I mean, they took it offline after 2 weeks. But let me know what you think down in the comments. Do you think Sony was right or wrong for going after the Concord modders on YouTube? Again, let me know down below. And if you enjoyed this video, then make sure to tell a friend, tell a coworker, like, share, subscribe, and hit that bell notification button thing, wherever it is, to be notified when I drop a video or a live stream. And I always do at least 2 things at the same time. Peace.